So what I'm going to be showing you today is a low-cost marketing strategy for generating more carpet cleaning business using Facebook ads. So I want to start off by showing you the results of a current campaign that we're running, and then we're going to go backwards and rebuild this campaign and walk you through the exact steps that you guys need to take. So what you're looking at right now is a current campaign for carpet cleaning, local carpet cleaning, in an area. And as you can see from the scheduled date here, this campaign, we started running it August 27th. And as of this recording of this video, we are September 7th. So it's been running about 11 days or so. In these 11 days, we have generated 35 leads at a cost of $6.28 per lead for carpet cleaning. Now, again, these results are going to vary depending on your location, depending on your creative, and a bunch of other factors which I'm going to cover here. So let's start by really breaking down a campaign and building it from scratch so that you can get similar results. The very first thing that we are going to want to do before you do anything else and spend any money on Facebook is understand who your customer is and understand what you're offering them. You have to have some sort of offer or deal going on for you to be able to generate these kind of results. You have to have creative ready to go. Things like images of you doing the work before and after, video preferably. And you have to kind of get an idea of what you want to offer, how you want to build these things. So the very first thing that we're going to be doing is breaking down your ideal customer. Now just take a random piece of paper, notepad, or whatever works for you, and start to jot down. These kind of campaigns work best when you run them specifically in a local area. One of the biggest mistakes that most people make is they just run these across an entire massive city, and it's really hard. So pick a zip code, a couple of zip codes that you want to run this to, and do like a mile radius, anywhere from like 20 miles or 35 miles, whatever that is for you. The next thing that you're going to want to do is we are going to go over to a tool called the Facebook Ads Library. What you can do is just search for Facebook Ads Library and click on the very first option that shows up, and this is going to bring you to Facebook's Ads Library. This is where you're going to be able to see other companies running ads. Specifically for carpet cleaning, what we want to do is click on search ads and categories, select all categories, and then just search for carpet cleaning. This is going to bring you results from all over the world, I guess, or the United States, depending on your filters, of people who are running carpet cleaning ads on Facebook. So I'm not saying go ahead and copy these carpet cleaning ads. What I am suggesting is that you take inspiration from these and see what kind of creatives are happening in here and the verbiage that people are using. A good ad follows a specific formula, and we're going to deconstruct some of these here. So the very first thing that you need to look at is that some of these ads are video driven, and some of these ads are just static images like before and after. So you can kind of see this one's got carpet cleaning information and then like this rug here. The best type of ads and the ads that work the best for my clients are going to be those ads that have video. Now when it comes to video, you don't have to get fancy. Take your cell phone out, record yourself or your crew working, because what people want to see is the before and after. If you have a video of a really dirty area and you're steam cleaning it or whatever it is that you're doing, and as they're doing this work, they can see progression of what the outcome's going to be. That really paints a picture of what you're going to offer for people. So video works the best, and you definitely want to get in the habit of using that. The next thing that you want to do is we want to sort of create our offer in here. A great ad doesn't have to always be like really super long in here. A lot of our ads are very short form copy, and they work really well as long as you follow a specific formula. That is, be very specific on who it is that you want to call out. Who is this ad? Who is this service for? If you're providing a service like, let's say, in the Houston area, I would say, hey, Houstonians, hey, Houston homeowners, hey, people in this area of town. Now, Houston's very broad. If you're in a suburb or a subdivision, then call out that subdivision and say, hey, Greatwood, hey, Sugarland, hey, ABCDE subdivision. The next thing that has to be in your ad copy is what people need to, what they're going to actually get out of this. So what is the outcome that they're going to get, what they need to do to get that outcome, and then obviously whatever your deal is. So you can say something like, hey, Houston, we have a a deal going on right now for 3 rooms at $110 for those rooms. But you have to act now because we have 50 limited spots available. And if you want this deal and you want to learn more about this, go ahead and click below, and here's how you get it. So that's pretty much the basics of a Facebook, lead generation ad. The power of Facebook really comes from the targeting, and we're going to get right into that. So what you want to do now is head on over to the Facebook Ads Manager. This is where all of the campaigns are going to be created. You're going to click on this green button that says Create, and this is going to give you a screen with a bunch of options. Now, if you've never ran campaigns before, this may seem a little overwhelming, but keep in mind, follow the exact steps that I'm showing you, and you're going to be okay. Now, choosing an objective. There's a lot of different objectives that work. Some people choose conversions, others pick, Messenger, and different strategies. But what we're going to be covering here is one that's very low cost and low barrier to entry, something that's easy to set up. And that one is going to be the objective called lead generation. So you're going to click on lead generation, and then you're just going to click continue. Now, if you guys want to dive deeper into this process and you want to understand how to write ads that actually sell, how to pick creative, how to go deeper into targeting and finding out the ideal customer, I do have a little mini course that you can get down from the link below. It's localleadmastery.com. You can go ahead and check it out. Specifically built for service-based businesses. It's a workshop. It's 90 minutes and it covers everything from A to Z. But back to this. So the very first thing that we're doing here is we're going to name our campaign. So give it a name, whatever name you want that works for you. Next thing that you want to do is come down here to where it says campaign budget optimization. So for the sake of simplicity, we're going to go ahead and turn that campaign budget optimization off. Second thing that you want to do is click on the second tier that says ad set, and you want to name your ad set something, right? Just give it a name that makes sense to you. Okay, from here the lead method is going to be instant forms, and what you want to do here is then select the right page for you to advertise. This is going to be your carpet cleaning page or whatever your business page is. Next thing you want to do is come and select your budget. Now, budget is a bit of a tricky thing. I cover that in more depth in my workshop, but I want to tell you one thing here. You want to start off with a very low budget initially, 10, 11, 12 bucks a day, something like that, just so that you can get the data back and you can understand your market. Now, you don't know at this point, if you've never run ads before, how much a lead is going to cost you, how much is going to cost you to acquire one of those leads into a booked job. And so this allows you to slowly sort of get that data and that feedback so that you don't lose out money, and then scale your ads as fast as you can. So I suggest start with $10, $11, something like that on a daily budget. The next thing that you want to do is come to audience section here. This is where you're going to actually determine your location. Don't set United States. You can click edit here, and you can actually target people by specific zip codes. You can target people by zip codes. You can target people by city. You can even target people by radiuses and exclude things that you don't want. So say that you only want to work in a zip code, but there might be another zip code that you're like, well, these people typically are not like my ideal customers here. You can exclude that zip code in here. So pick the area that you're going to be providing your services in. Next thing that you want to do is choose your age. Refer back to your internal customer data here. Okay, if an 18-year-old is not buying carpet cleaning services from you, then do not waste your money on marketing and advertising to 18-year-olds. You want to just choose whatever your starting age range is, and then I suggest you go all the way up to 65. That's fine. Next thing that you want to do is gender. Now, a lot of times you want to leave this off because you want to see, whether it's males or females. Sometimes you understand your customer very well and you know that it's women typically booking these type of services, etc. In that case, just pick it. Don't worry about detailed targeting. Don't worry about any of that other stuff. As far as placements go, for the sake of simplicity, we're going to leave automatic placements. But again, if you want to dive deeper into these and find out what each one of these does and what my recommendations are for, like, laser targeted stuff, you can check out the mini workshop that I've got going on. So just leave this as automatic placements right now. Now, once you've got this done, the next step is going to build out your actual ad. This is what the creative is going to look like. So again, give it a name that actually, makes sense to you here. Okay, what you want to do now from here is where it says ad setup, you're going to choose a creative here. You're going to say either a single image or a video. For our case, I'm just going to go ahead and just remove all of those from there, and I'm going to say add media and then add video. And what you're going to be doing here is selecting a video that actually works for you. So hopefully you have video of your crews cleaning the carpet, doing that kind of stuff. That's what you want to do here. When you come down here to the primary text, this is where you're going to add your offer. You can say something like attention, Sugarland, or something like that. Carpet cleaning is something that's needed, or the holidays are coming up and don't get caught with dirty carpets for a very limited time. We are going to be offering A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. The next thing that you want to do is click on headline, and under headline, what you can do is just type something like carpet cleaning done right, or something to that effect, right? Once you have this, you can add a little description or not, it's totally up to you. I've tested out different variations of this, and I don't find the description to have a significant impact on the quality of leads that we actually get. So the next thing that you want to do is pay attention to the call to action. So whatever you tell your people in your primary text area to do must match your call to action. So if you tell them to go ahead and click get offer, learn more, or buy now, then you want to expand this call to action and actually pick the one that corresponds to you. A lot of clients do get quote, get offer is another good one, and learn more are the ones that are most common. The next thing that you want to do is select a form. Now, this is the place where people are actually going to become a lead. They're going to click this advertising over, a little form is going to pop up. They're going to give you their contact details, and from there, they're going to become a lead. So since if this is your first time running this, you'll more than likely create a form here. So very first thing that you want to do is give it a name, and then choose whether you want higher intent or higher volume. What does this mean? Well, higher intent means more people coming through filling out the form. Higher intent means less people, but they're likely more qualified to become booked a job. So it's totally up to you. I prefer to do more volume and then filter out people in my questions. Now, when you have this form, you have a little intro that you can use. I like to just keep it simple and use the image from the ad. The next thing that you have is this greeting. It basically tells people what it is. Make sure that it is congruent and you're reinforcing what your ad is saying. The next thing that you want to do is click on questions. This is the information that you need for these people to become a lead. Typically, what people are asking for is a phone number and email, a number of rooms that people have. And for these kind of questions, you can add a custom question. So click on add custom question, and I would make these like short answer, some multiple choice, some short answer. So for example, I would say, how many rooms do you need cleaned? Okay, that would be one custom question, and let them answer it manually. Okay, this is what's going to qualify them. If they have to enter something manually, they're going to remember they did that. The next thing that we're going to add is another one. And this one, what I do here is, what's a good phone number? Okay, I typically like to ask people what their phone number is and have them type it in here. The next thing that you want to do is click on privacy. If you have a website, which I'm pretty sure you do, and I highly recommend that, you need a privacy link. So just head on over to your website, copy the privacy link that's on your website, and then the form completion is the one that people see at the end once they become a lead. I recommend you don't leave it like this. You say something else like, great, we'll be in touch. we'll be in touch, or you can visit us here, and you can even have a phone number plugged in here so that people can call you and become a lead. Once you're done with all this, you can go ahead and publish this, and it'll go through review process on Facebook, and your ads should start running. And usually within a few days to a week, you start to see some results. Now, what does this end product look like? Well, again, I'm going to show you some examples of what these ads will look like. So in other words, here's one right here, and these people are using a video, and they're just basically showing, and as a consumer you can kind of see a dirty carpet being steam cleaned right here, and you're like, wow, I can see the difference. I know what these guys are going to do, and I know what I'm going to pay for. Now that this is complete, I want to show you what the next step is, because there's actually a big difference between generating leads and actually turning those leads into booked jobs. This is where the rubber meets the road, and this is where most people actually flop, because most people can go ahead and generate leads for you on demand, and you've probably already had experiences with agencies that do just that. They generate leads for you, and maybe you spend hundreds if not thousands of dollars with them, and they generate a bunch of leads, and then you can't get them to convert into booked jobs. Or maybe you're stuck buying leads from Home Advisor, Angie's List, advertising on Nextdoor. God, I don't know why anybody would even do that nowadays, okay? And you end up with just junk leads that you can't convert. And some of these leads right here, you're not going to be able to convert either unless you have a process in place afterwards. This is where you can essentially convert 30 to 40 to 50% more business, even from leads that come from other sources and not just Facebook. So I'm going to show you what happens. So the moment somebody submits a form like this information actually goes inside of Facebook. You're busy running your business, booking other jobs, dealing with customer fires, dealing with carpet cleaning services yourself, or whatever it is that you're doing. And if you don't get to these leads within 5 minutes, then there is an 80 to 90% chance that you're going to lose them. The longer you wait, the longer these people are going to get lost, the longer they're going to say, well, I don't need this anymore, or call somebody else. So the solution to this is automation. And I'm going to show you how we automate this entire process. So we take all the leads that you get, whether they're coming from Facebook, whether they're coming from some of your mailers, whether they're coming from referrals, Facebook groups, whether they're coming from wherever, and we suck them into one area, one conversation area. From there, our automation kicks in. And so when a lead comes in through a Facebook form, instantly, once they give us that text message, that phone number and email address, they instantly get a text saying, hey, thank you for sending a message to us on Facebook, requesting an estimate for carpet cleaning. Right now we have a sale for $115. Let's book you a time here on our calendar so that you don't miss out on this sale. They get an automatic link in their text message from your company that they can click. They can view your calendar and book themselves a time slot, and then you can even quote them and invoice them right from the start. The second thing that happens immediately is that they get an email follow-up saying, hey, thank you, Mark, for reaching out to us via Facebook. I wanted to make sure that you don't miss out on this promotion, and I wanted you to make sure that you can get an immediate booking before we fill out our spots. And it also includes that link to your calendar, so that they can automatically book themselves on there. So if they don't book themselves on your calendar via the first SMS or the email, then we wait a day and we send another email. We wait another day and we send another SMS, all automatically. Now, what this does is it stops you from having to chase leads all the time, because in any business, in any market, you're going to encounter three types of consumers: those who are ready to go, ready to buy, ready to purchase right now, and they were just waiting for the perfect offer, the perfect opportunity to present themselves to be able to book themselves on and get this done. Those are great. Those are going to be hot. So people who we send this to, you're going to have a percentage that book automatically. That's without you doing anything. You're also going to have a second tier of people who become leads who are like, well, I just want to know pricing. I'm not ready right now. Maybe in 6 months, I'm just shopping around. That's fantastic. Our process also handles that because it does the automatic follow-up for you on demand. Okay, and then you're gonna have a third tier. Those are the tire kickers. Those are people who just gonna fill out a form just to fill out a form, or call just to get a pricing, and they have no intention of ever buying from you ever, right? Our system filters those out, because when we send those text messages, if they don't respond by like the third or fourth, follow-up sequence that we send, we just drop them. We don't even bother with them calling you or you messing with them or anything like that, so that you can really focus your energy on closing more and getting these deals booked on your calendar. This is where the gap is. So a lot of people would generate leads for you or show you how to generate leads, but then they fall flat because you don't have a process to automatically get these people to become booked appointments and booked paying customers on jobs, right? So this is what this tool does. Now, if you want to check out what this is a tool that me and my business partner have built specifically for home service pros that we use. You can check it out with a link in the description. Now, if you're new here, my name is Armando, and I work with local service businesses, helping them generate more leads and actually helping them with the booked process so that they can generate more customers from their efforts. And if that's something that you're interested in, click the subscribe button so that you don't miss any of the other videos that come out. And if this was super helpful, give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next one.